Hello, it's Adam and Andrew, father and son duo, once again back with some more wrestling news. And this is chock-a-block. We've got about 10 stories to get through here. There's a lot going on, right? We'll be quick.
It's a big meat tray of wrestling news.
Yep, and we want you to put us in your mouths and taste our garlic sauce.
Yeah.
We have a major John Cena SummerSlam 2021 update. WWE are panicking over their no-compete clauses. And is a released WWE star heading back to Impact Wrestling? We'll tell you more in a bit. So right, we're kicking off with a story that basically sort of contradicts the video that went out mere hours ago. But it is an important update, so we're going to tell you all about it. It relates to John Cena and his involvement at this year's SummerSlam. Andrew?
Yeah, so from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Adam, so there's no word on when John Cena shows up for television, but Cena is free of responsibilities for acting work at this point and until after SummerSlam. So Cena vs. Reigns is locked in as the main event for the show. However, Cena is in the movie, as we said, Argyle, which is a spy thriller, which will be shooting in Europe in August. So I'm guessing he'll do his duties and then he'll go off and do his filming bits. So
he's a busy boy, isn't he?
He's a busy boy.
Around it. So yeah, you know what? Who knows what to believe at this point? I mean, the Dave Meltzer there, very, very certain, using the words locked in, right? He's locked in as the main event. So expect to see it happen now. Or you know what? I'm not going to complain too much. I've been looking forward to that match since it started being talked about. Sticking with Roman Reigns, his little buddy, Paul Heyman, you may have noticed, was pulled from Talking Smack. And Meltzer, once again, with an update, saying Paul Heyman is now off Talking Smack. Pat McAfee and Kayla did the show this past week, and we are told that the change is permanent and not a one-week thing. But of course, anything can change tomorrow in WWE. He says there's no real reason for it past a company decision, and Heyman's interplay with the talent on some of the episodes was the most compelling talking stuff done on WWE shows. No disrespect to Kayla, no disrespect to Pat. Excellent, very talented people, but there's nobody quite like Heyman. I'm a little bit sad about this because some very memorable moments were made because of the involvement of Paul Heyman.
Yeah, exactly. Even more recently, just when he was like accepting Rey Mysterio's challenge to Roman Reigns and stuff, that Paul Heyman could sit down, say nothing for a whole 5 minutes, and it'd still be an insane promo. He's just that good. He is just that good. He could read the ingredients
on a can of Coke, and he was hooked on every single word. Sticking on the Roman Reigns-ish side of things, Jimmy Uso, obviously, a very, very rough week. He was arrested this week for a DUI. And a little bit of an update here. There was a couple of days ago, it was reported that we would be expecting an update soon, probably from WWE themselves. Just a little tidbit here. Meltzer once again. The company decided not to make any statement on the latest incident because of the multiple offences. The reaction should be different than if it was just a unique occasion. As of press time, the company had not made either public or private move when it came to the situation. I mean, that middle line there, quite interesting. The reaction should be different. I think this makes SmackDown a very interesting show tonight, you know. I'd be interested to see what they do with that whole storyline, and obviously Jimmy specifically. If he's on the show at all, we will see. In the past, they've ignored it, and they, either Uso have obviously, they both faced legal issues before, and sometimes they've been back on the show very quickly. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Again, with WWE, a bit of an update to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The women in the match, obviously so far, Asuka, Naomi, Nikki, Alexa, Carmella, Zelina Vega. 2 more spots to fill, and once again, Wrestling Observer just giving a little update. One of them is indeed expected to be Liv Morgan. She's been vying for a place. She's desperate for that place.
Yeah.
God knows she deserves it.
She does.
And I think, you know what, that match, even if she doesn't win it, could make her a little bit. It feels like they're finally investing in Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I agree. It seems like a long time coming after we had the documentary, didn't we? I think it was a 24/7 on Liv Morgan as well, which was really, really good. And it just seems, why not? She's really good. I really enjoy her. I enjoy her character. I think she's a great wrestler, and hopefully we see her go on to do good things. She deserves to do good things. And
but that could be a star-making performance for her.
Yeah.
Even if she doesn't win it. Even if she doesn't win it. Daniel Bryan, bit of an update now. You may have mentioned on WWE TV, they've been mentioning his name a little bit more, leading a lot of people to believe that Daniel Bryan will be heading back soon. What's the update, though?
So, regarding all mentions of Daniel Bryan on television as of late, we're told that this isn't an indication he's coming back. Nobody really knows what he's doing past if he's made a secret deal with any company. They're keeping it a secret until doing a dramatic reveal when they want to. They keep mentioning his name because it is obviously a part of the storyline building with Reigns and Edge, since they are using him as the reason Edge didn't already win the title. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it will be a dramatic reveal at the end of a Roman Reigns and Edge match, and Daniel Bryan comes out standing at the top of the ramp. Maybe they'll even wait until SummerSlam, and that could be another big reveal for that show. I'm not sure, but I want to see him back. I miss him.
Yeah, me too.
I miss him.
He's awesome, isn't he? He's just one of the best ever. To me, I don't think they would be mentioning his name too much if they knew he had signed elsewhere. It points that he's either secretly signed or is going to re-sign. I think they would try and work around it, if not, because he has been mentioned or not. But again, time will tell. Moving on once again, WWE panicking over no-compete clauses. This comes from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, who's been chatting away to Buddy Murphy. And Buddy said to him, I received a phone call from the office the day after I was released saying that they received an email that they messed up and my contract was only 30-day non-compete, and that if I wanted to prolong it to the 90 days, then they would do that for me. I thought that was weird, as I was a budget cut, but you're still willing to pay me for another 2 months, but it wasn't me. They thought it was me, so this was somebody else. Crossed wires, right? They thought it was me who had the 30-day non-compete, but when he was listening to this voicemail, he said the voice turned from panic to relief on the phone call, and then they've been chatting away. It's not him, basically. Yeah. Right? Cut a long story short. And he says maybe Buddy and Aleister got mixed up. Buddy or Black. They're both B's. He's not wrong, and obviously we've seen Aleister Black pop up somewhere else this week, so maybe it was. Maybe it was him.
Maybe it was. There's a lot of miscommunication, isn't there? Or there seems to be, at least, anyway, recently with all this stuff.
That 2 extra months must be pretty tempting because it's guaranteed money, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, that comes at a bit of a cost because after another 60 days, you've got to imagine that a fair few people will be talking about them. They're like these debuts, returns, whatever. They're always a lot more impactful when that wrestler is fresh in the mind.
Yes.
So who knows? Who knows? Especially where Buddy will turn up. And another interesting note on this, actually, he also revealed that he was in the Roman Reigns Whodunit by complete accident. He just happened to be in the background when they shot the scene, which led to that brilliant Roman versus Murphy match. What a match that was! Oh my
god, that match was amazing.
It was just a silly mistake.
It's
handy. It's handy. It helped him out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Sticking with WWE, 205 live debuts tonight. Who we got?
We've got Odyssey Jones and Josh Briggs, obviously from the NXT Breakout tournament. They'll be competing in that. They're on 205 Live tonight, and obviously the big thing is those boys are big boys. They're definitely not in the 205 category. But WWE wrote that to preview Jones and Briggs being in the Breakout tournament, 205 Live is foregoing its typical £205 weight limit for Friday's episode. So I guess it's just
that show.
Showcase some new talent. I don't know. Do you reckon they're gonna bring it just in with NXT proper? I mean, there's not much on the roster, unfortunately, at the moment for 205 Live. So what they'll do with it, I don't know.
It's just this thing that exists now, and the wrestling's always really, really good. I mean, they've just lost most of their roster anyway, a while ago. But the wrestling's always really good. It's just a very odd show that looks nothing like when it first premiered. I was watching some old Raws back with, when they used to tape the ropes up purple. Yeah. And they'd give it a little sort of cruiserweight section in there. And now it's just, I don't know what it is. They make a few quid off it, as I say. So long may it continue. Couple of bits of Impact Wrestling news. A released WWE star potentially signing with Impact Wrestling. Observer again, Chelsea Green has been heavily talked of as coming back as of late, and even hinted herself about the idea of bringing herself back to the company. So I mean, I really like Chelsea Green.
Me too.
Fine,
Great
fine by
character.
me.
She's got obviously just a history with Impact, former Impact Knockouts champion. It just makes sense, I think. Yeah.
Fair play. And the final bit of Impact news here, big plans for one of their stars. They're looking to really push Josh Alexander. Right now, the plan is for a bigger push for Josh after the work he's done as X Division champion. That doesn't mean he's winning or losing Ultimate X, but he's just featured. Figured into bigger overall plans. And you know what? I love the guy. Like, he's one of the standouts for me on Impact. I reckon in 5 years, his name is going to be on everybody's lips. He's that good. He's so intense. He's amazing in the ring. He's just, I feel like he's a bit of a total package. And I think very bright things ahead. And that young man's future, that whippersnapper's future. So there you go. We got through it in record time there. Look at that. Look at that. 10 stories for you or so. We might see you again. We might not. Check out the podcast tonight. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the football, obviously.
It's coming home. Or something.
It's coming home. It's coming.
Something. I don't know about football. It's coming home.
Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, it's awkward now. See you in a bit.